You already noticed how some people have an almost supernatural power to make others beg for their attention. They don't shout, don't make a scene, don't send desperate messages. They simply disappear. And suddenly, those who ignored them are desperate. Those who rejected them are begging. Those who treated them as an option are offering them the whole world. But why does this happen? Why the less you chase, the more they run after you? Why the less you care, the more desperate they become? The answer lies in the most primitive human psychology. And when you understand this, you will never have to chase anyone again. Because Carl Jung discovered something revolutionary about human nature. We do not desire what is always available. We desire what can escape us. And if you learn how to use this, you will turn the tables forever. All your life you were taught that loving is chasing, that caring is always being available, that showing interest means bombarding the person with attention. But this is exactly what makes you invisible. Because when you are always there, always answering, always available, you become predictable. And everything that is predictable loses value. Jung spoke of psychic energy as something limited, precious. Every time you spend your energy chasing after someone who ignores you, you are telling that person that they are worth more than you are. That your time, your attention, your feelings are less important than theirs. And people like that who feel superior never chase. They just take advantage of you while you are available. This is why the more you show interest, the less interesting you become. The more you chase, the more they run away. Because you are reversing the natural dynamic of human desire. But there is something that changes everything. When you stop, when you simply disappear from their lives without explanation, without drama, without warning, it's not about playing games or trying to manipulate. It's about recovering your self-worth. Because from the moment you stop chasing, stop responding right away, stop being always available, something interesting happens in those people's minds. They start to wonder where you went, why you are no longer there, what has changed. And for the first time, instead of you chasing them, they are the ones thinking about you. Jung said that what we resist persists, but what we ignore intensifies. When you ignore someone who ignored you, when you become inaccessible to someone who treated you as an accessory, you force that person to confront something they never had to confront before, the possibility of losing you. And this awakens something primitive in the human brain, the fear of loss, the need to win back what might be slipping away. Here comes the most interesting part. The people who ignore you do so because they feel secure. They know you will be there, that they can leave you waiting, that they can treat you badly and you will accept it. They are absolutely sure that they control the situation. But the moment you disappear, become a mystery, stop feeding their ego with your constant attention, they panic. Because they suddenly realize that they never had real control, that you were there by choice, not by obligation, and that this choice can be taken away at any time. It's at this moment that they start trying to win you back. Not because they finally realized your worth, but because they need to feel that they still have power over you. And here is the trap. Most people give in at the first attempt to win them back. They see that weak message, that sudden interest, that sudden change in behavior, and they think they finally made it. But they didn't. They just proved that they are still manipulable. The real power comes when you don't give in, when they come back begging and you remain indifferent. When they offer you everything you always wanted to hear and you no longer care. Because at this point, you have understood something fundamental. People who need to lose you to value you never truly valued you. Jung observed that we project our own worth onto the reactions of others. When someone ignores us, we assume we are not worthy of attention. When someone chases us, we feel valuable. But this is living life through the eyes of others. True emotional power comes when you know your worth regardless of how others treat you. When you don't need anyone's validation to know who you are. And ironically, it is exactly when you reach this state of emotional independence that people start desperately chasing you. The human mind works on scarcity. We want what we can't have. We desire what is out of our reach. This is why people who are hard to get are more desired than those who give in easily. It's not about being cruel or cold. It's about being selective. It's about understanding that your time, your energy, your attention are valuable resources that should not be wasted on those who do not value them. When you stop chasing, when you become unavailable, when you choose your own priorities above the need for others' approval, you automatically become more interesting, more desirable, more valuable, because now you are scarce, and scarcity creates desire. The real transformation happens when you stop measuring your worth by the reactions of others and start living for yourself. When you stop checking if they answered your messages and start focusing on what really matters in your life. When you stop waiting for someone to recognize your worth and start living in a way that makes that worth unquestionable. Jung knew that individuation meant becoming complete in yourself, not dependent on external validation. And when you reach this level of personal integrity, of emotional self-sufficiency, something magical happens. The people who used to ignore you start orbiting around you. Not because you are chasing, but because you have become your own gravitational center. So here is what you are going to do from today on. Stop chasing. Stop explaining your worth. Stop begging for crumbs of attention. Become so interesting, so focused on yourself, so complete that those who ignore you today will spend sleepless nights wondering how they lost you. Tell me in the comments, are you ready to stop chasing and start being chased? If this message awakens something in you, write, "I choose my own worth." Like this video, subscribe to the channel because we have much more to explore about the power of strategic indifference. And don't miss the next video where I will show you exactly how to become so magnetic that people will beg just to be in your presence. See you there.